want to know where your character fits into the saga. Tell me anything you're allowed to tease me.
Sure. I'm King of the Elves.
Yes, you are.
Each of us must decide who we shall be.
He was one of the elves that chose to stay and protect Middle-earth, and that's his job. And as we know in Tolkien, evil is always right around the corner, so he certainly has his hands full.
I play a human from the Southlands. I'm a healer. I'm a mother of a somewhat rebellious teenage son, but I'm also in a forbidden romance with an elf. So it's sort of like the love story of the season.
We find him in the Southlands. So he is watching over the people. They've colonized that area. And that's where the tricky part happens in terms of his love for a human.
It is here, Galadriel. The moment we feared.
Cate Blanchett previously portraying. Do you talk to the actress? Do you reach out?
I don't talk to Cate Blanchett, but I think about her all the time. Honestly, like those films and her and Arwen, I was just so obsessed with. So it still feels very surreal.
Well, my character is Celebrimbor, who ultimately forges the Rings of Power. But we're not there yet. He's trying to build a kind of heaven on earth for the elves, because they're in a sad place, the elves, at this point. And Celebrimbor is trying to build a city where they can all try and reclaim some of that lost Valinorness about them.
Your characters from both the books and the films, with Hugo Weaving previously portraying.
It's a sort of right-hand man to the king. He's not a lord yet. He's very interested in different peoples of Middle-earth, which we get to see a little bit of.
Destroy it!
There's definitely a weight of expectation on my shoulders to kind of fulfill everyone's idea, because they have a sense of ownership over this character. He wants to, on one hand, fulfill his father's dream, but also there's like this deep yearning for something else.
Isildur's sister. She's the baby of the family. She's an aspiring architect on the cusp of womanhood, a little insecure, smarter than she realizes.
You play a character created for the series, so does that take pressure off, or is that additional pressure?
I think it's a different kind of pressure. I think there's some really interesting things in the character. He's built on the foundations of Tolkien's work. We meet him floating on a raft in the middle of the sundering seas. He's leaving behind something in his past and he's moving forward towards something else.
My character's name is Largo. He's the father of Nori. He's a Harfoot, prehistoric hobbit. What an amazing thing to say. I can't even believe I'm saying it.
My character, Nori Brandyfoot, she's a really resolute, inquisitive, curious Harfoot. She's a troublemaker, but she just wants to improve the Harfoot's quality of life and does so by taking risks.
She is there with Nori and her love for Nori, and Poppy is the kind of one who likes to draw her back in.
I feel like the sons are powerful people, and I think his dad's frustration is that he's not bringing many new ideas to the table because the current ideas are suiting him pretty well.
I'm playing a human that's like, a new character, so I get to, sort of make up my own storyline for my character.
So I play the character of Princess Disa. She is the first female dwarf that we will ever see on screen. Woo, woo, woo! Yeah. She is the first dwarf of colour to be able to host this moment and make this huge franchise accessible for all the generations across the screen is an iconic moment for me and hopefully for the world, to draw in the new fans and know that it is possible.
Durin, he's the prince, so he's kind of in line to the throne in Khazad Dûm, and we meet them at a very fruitful life, I suppose. You saw at the end of the trailer there might be a big thing there somewhere.
There can be no trust between hammer and rock. Eventually one or the other must surely break.